So the first card you have for your past is the Hanged Man. I'm getting this feeling that, don't worry about this, but I'm just getting this feeling that something might have been happening behind your back. Now, I think you knew about this, and I think you still know about this, so it's not something that you don't know about yet. I'm not seeing this was a love situation. I think this was a different kind of a situation. I think this might be someone that might have been planning something, maybe. Might be a relative. I am seeing family. I do think you did find out about this, and I think you already do know about this, that this has happened, because I'm seeing that you actually might have stopped this from happening, or you tried to. The man in this card looks as if he's hiding something. He looks like he has something behind his back. I don't think this person was malicious. I don't think they were trying to kind of be dishonest or anything like that. They might have been a little bit manipulative. They might have been a little bit controlling. I think they thought they were right about something, and I think they just went ahead with planning something without asking you, without thinking about you. They just assumed you would agree and you'd go along with whatever this was, and you didn't agree. And I think you might have put your foot down. I think you really did. I think that because I'm seeing they had to go back on something. They went one way and then they had to turn around and go back another way and kind of change their mind or change what they were planning. Because, I'm seeing this, if you look at this man, he's usually, obviously, when he's walking around, he's usually upright walking around, but because he's hanging, he's upside down. So he was one way up and then it had to turn all the way around upside down like this hanged man and go back around again. So that's what I'm seeing happen to this situation. I don't think this was a great big drama or a great big problem or anything like that. I think it was more of a problem for them than for you. And I think it was a good thing that this happened, actually. Like, it sounds like a disagreement and kind of a clash, which it was. But I don't think they'll arrange to do anything behind your back again in the future. I think they might have learned. I think they might actually come back and try the same thing again with you, the same situation. They might try other ways to get around this with you. But I don't think they'll plan any new things in the future without asking you first, especially if they have anything to do with you. The other thing I'm seeing in this card is that, this could have been a very difficult time for you, actually, internally. I think you might have been feeling quite stuck, that you couldn't move forward, you couldn't do anything, you just kind of had to sit there. And I think you might have felt at this time that nothing was going to change. You're going to still have to be stuck there, kind of hanging around, not being able to do anything. I'm seeing you thinking that things weren't going to improve for you. And I think for a while things looked like they might improve. They might have been improving, and then they turned back around and looked like they were going backwards again, just like I was seeing before you with this hanged man. He's upright usually, and then he's turning around and going upside down. So I think this might have been in your last reading, actually. I think this is about some kind of health problem. And I think you thought it was getting better, but it might have flared up again, or you might have had to go backwards again with this. I know this is really hard. I know it is. If this resonates with you, just know that you're not stuck forever. You are not. That's what I'm seeing with this. Now, I'm not a doctor, so obviously ask a doctor, see what they say. And I think you probably have already done that. But I'm also seeing something. I'm seeing some person with some kind of help, some kind of alternative idea, something that's a bit unconventional. Now, again, I'm not telling you to do things that are outside of what a doctor says, but I think this is a different kind of remedy. This is a different kind of method. This is outside of the norm. It's a little bit different. Try not to discount this, or at least think about this new idea that someone's bringing you. Think about it at least. Don't just throw it away. Research it, learn about it, think. This is a woman who I think is going to offer you this help or idea. And it might not be that, I don't think it's like ignore your doctor and go for this alternative remedy, or go for the doctor and ignore that. It might not be like that. This might be something, I think, that's natural. It might even be a food. It might be something that you can have that isn't going to go against anything your doctor said. It might not go against any medication, might not go against anything else. It might be something that's totally healthy, totally fine, might be some kind of fruit or vegetable, I don't know. And it might be something that you know it's not going to harm you, so you may as well try it alongside everything else. Why not? It might be like that. So at least I'm not saying, you know, throw your doctor away and throw what he said away and listen to this thing. If it's a crazy sounding thing, obviously don't do it. But if it's something that's not, you know, it's not going to harm you, has no thing that's going to harm you, might be a natural thing, it might be a plant, it might be a vegetable, I don't know. And you can have this as well as thing, and it's something you can just try without any kind of other problems happening to you. Don't discount it. Don't just throw this away. That's what I'm seeing with that. So the next card you have your past is the Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, obviously I love this card, and you know, when you have an ace, it radiates all through this whole reading. So this is another signal to you that there is help for you somewhere for this kind of illness or this whatever it is, this injury, whatever this is you have. You won't be stuck in this situation forever, whether it's you know, your doctor helping you, whether it's something serious like an operation, whether it's medication, whether it's this other thing, whether it's a combination of things. You won't be stuck in that forever. You will be out of that, and you will probably be, if this resonates with you, you will probably be either out of the situation, or you will be improving. You will be better than you are now, in a better situation than you are now. Again, I'm not a doctor, so please don't be angry with me. This is just what I'm seeing here. You know, I am seeing that there is hope for you, and you just need to keep on trying and looking for that. And I know that's hard to hear when you're going through a really tough situation. I know you are, if this resonates with you. The other thing I'm seeing in this card is that I'm seeing an idea, actually, and I'm seeing this might be an idea that you had a long time ago, maybe even a year ago. I am seeing a year ago. You might have forgotten about this idea, but I think this was an idea that might have been a money-making opportunity, because obviously this is the Ace of Pentacles. But it's also some kind of thing that has a benefit to the world, to the earth in some way, I'm seeing. I know that sounds really specific and a bit strange, but I want to tell you what I'm seeing. And also this might only resonate with a few people, obviously, but this was something to do with nature or the environment, something natural, something, I think someone was working with you on this at the time, or talking to you about this a year ago, or whenever this was. And I don't think they're interested in this now. I think they've forgotten about this, or they're not really interested in this venture. I think you should probably revisit this. That's what the Ace of Pentacles is telling me. Revisit this, go back to this. It's a good opportunity. It has the potential to earn you some money, and it has the potential to be a good thing for the earth, for the environment. I keep on seeing this might be an environmental product or an environmental service, or something to do with nature, earth, the environment, something natural. It might be a natural product. It might be something that helps people to grow spiritually, and, you know, some kind of very natural, very helpful thing. It's a very helpful thing. It helps people, it helps nature, it helps the earth, something like that. So please take this up if this resonates. The Ace of Pentacles is telling you, go ahead with this. Even if you're going to be by yourself with this, even if you can't get this person back on board with you, and I don't think you will be able to now, do this by yourself, take this up by yourself, and don't forget about this. Keep on doing this, work at this, do this. You have the Ace of Pentacles. I know I've said that about 20 times. The last card you have for your past is the Eight of Cups. So yeah, this is about someone who left you. This is about someone who walked away from you, obviously, at one time. I think, obviously, this is an ex. I think this is a love connection that you had and they left. I think they still had feelings for you when they left. I think they left in disgrace, maybe they'd done something bad and enough was enough and they had to leave. You might have asked them to leave. They still had feelings for you when they left. That's what I'm seeing. There's a lot of emotion in this card. You know, the man on this card, obviously he's walking away, but the water is flowing, the emotion is flowing from beneath him toward you. And, you know, sometimes when I look at this card also, I see this man walking around the hill and coming back around again. So whether this person is going to come back around or not, they want to, they're thinking about that, or they'd like to. Doesn't mean that they will. It just means that they were thinking about that at this time. They might still be thinking about that. Now, I think this person, this ex or whoever this was, I think they realised what they lost. I think they realised what they'd done. I think they realised they had made a mistake. I think they felt that it was too late to come back to you. And I think they were probably right. Maybe it was, because I'm not seeing you wanting this person back. I think you still had some interest in them. I think you still, on some level, it might have just been a curiosity. I don't think you're interested in them romantically. I think you might have just been curious about what they were doing, maybe. Because if you look at this Wall of Cups, I think you can just see that on camera. Yeah, there's a gap. There's a gap in this Wall of Cups. This is a wall you put up between you. This is a wall of emotions. You didn't want to be hurt. But there's a gap, there's a cup missing, and you can see the man right through this gap. So you might have been looking, you might have been watching them, you might have been hearing things about them. I think it might just be, I don't think you cared about them. I think you did care about them, but I don't think you wanted them back romantically. You didn't want them back, you didn't want to be in a relationship with them, but you still had some care about them. And I think you also had curiosity about them, so you were kind of watching them. Yeah, don't be angry, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you're kind of curious about them. But yes, they were definitely thinking about you at this time, in a sort of a sad way, in a kind of a disappointed way, in a way that's kind of like, oh, I lost out, I missed my chance, they're not going to take me back. I'd like to see them again, but I don't think I can. And, you know, it was a little bit like, you know, if you look at the moon on this card, how sad, he has his eyes closed and he looks a bit down and, you know, unfortunate, things have happened and they're not good, that kind of feeling. So, you know, they felt like they'd missed out. They'd missed out on you. That's what I'm seeing. So the first card you have for your present is the Seven of Wands. So again, I'm seeing this person in this Hanged Man, the one that was trying to arrange things, this relative, whoever this was. They backed off. I think they backed off initially, but I think they might be at this time coming back to you. Either they're coming back to you, or they might be getting some other people to come back to you and say, oh, go and just think about this, you know, think about it again. They really want you. They're so disappointed. They'd really love you to do this. Go on, why don't you do this? Go on, that kind of thing I'm seeing there. They want you to join in, they want you to do something. And I think this is something about being the center of attention. You don't want to be the center of attention. This might be some big party, some big thing. They might have said, oh, I've asked you to do I've told them you're doing a speech. And you're like, I don't want to do a speech. Or, oh, I've told them that you're going to sing a song. I mean, that's crazy, but it might be something like that, something that puts you at the center of attention. And you just do not want to do that. You do not want to be at the center of attention. And they haven't asked you, they've just told everyone that's what you're doing. And then later on they've said to you, oh, you're doing that, by the way. And you're like, what? Why? What are you doing? It's that kind of thing. So yeah, you definitely do not want to be at the center of this. You do not want to be doing this. You probably don't even want to be going to this thing at all. And I think, yeah, again, I'm seeing here's this battle with this man against all these people. So they might have got other people to come and kind of battle against you or convince you to do whatever this is. But, you know, this man is right. He's up above all of these people he's battling. So you know that you're kind of above this. You know you're in the right. And, yeah, I'm not seeing this big drama again. It's like a little mini fight you're having, kind of a little quiet battle of wills that you're having. And you're not going to let them take charge of things. You're not going to do that. You're quietly determined. You're not fighting, you're not yelling, you're not screaming, you're not arguing. You're just quietly not giving in to them. That's what I'm seeing. And that's what your nature is. You're kind of very determined, very stubborn, but you don't yell and scream. You're just like, no, I'm not doing this. And you just you're ready for them when they come at you, and you just say, well, no, sorry, no. You just keep on saying that. The next card you have for your present is the Chariot. So yeah, I think this might actually be a kind of a battle for kind of control with them. This is a relative. Again, they might be a sibling. They might have always felt as if they're on top of you, not literally, obviously, but kind of in charge of you, kind of above you, ahead of you. They might be an older sibling, and or they might be a cousin, or they might be someone who thinks that they're kind of what they say goes and you don't have any say, that kind of thing. This is a battle. This is a silent battle again. And again, you're quietly determined. You're not going ahead with whatever this is. And I think the more they insist, the more determined you are, the more you dig your heels in. You are not agreeing with this. And I think this might be about appearances with them as well. It might be that they've gone around and they've told people that this thing's going ahead, this event or whatever this is, and it's going ahead, and you're going to do this and they're going to do that. And now when you're saying no, they're all very embarrassed, and they might have to go around telling everyone, actually, this isn't happening now. It's a bit embarrassing. So this is about their appearance. This is about their image. And they should have thought about this before they asked you. They should have come and asked you, and it would have saved them all this problem. But because of their arrogance, they kind of just went ahead and did this without asking you. And that's what they get. So, yeah, I just think, they don't want to cancel. They don't want to do that. But I think they might have to do that because you're so determined. You're just not going to do this. And, you're a bit smarter than them, actually. That's what I'm seeing. Sorry, cross-watchers. You are a bit smarter than them. But they're louder, they're bolder, they're forceful. But you are smarter. You are smarter. There's a lot of yellow in this card, and it represents intellect quite often. It can represent other things, but this is what I'm seeing here in this card right now. I'm also seeing you might be putting a barrier up. You might have a big barrier up between you and any love that comes toward you at this time. And I think, what I was seeing in your past with this Eight of Cups, if that all resonates with you, I think this ex or this person really hurt you. They did something to you, and that made you kind of say to them, please leave, please go. And they went. They didn't want to, but they did. And I think you have this big force around you. You obviously don't want them to come back and connect with you, and they're feeling that. I think they know that as well, because they know that they might not have a chance with you, even though they might want a chance with you. But no, there is not going to be a chance with them. You have a barrier up, and I think you might also have a barrier up between you and other potential people, because I think you're really hurt by this. And I think gradually this barrier is going to calm down, and you will be able to move forward with someone. But at this time, it's still up there. You're still protecting your heart. You're protecting yourself from anyone like this ex that wants to come along for you in the future. That's what I'm seeing. So the last card you have, your present, is the Seven of Swords. So yes, this is why. This might be why. This is why they feel as if there's no chance for them. And they're right, probably because there's some kind of lying. There's some kind of dishonesty. This is someone who was out for themselves while they're with you. They're self-serving. I think they might have changed a bit now, actually. I know some people say that, oh, people can't change, people never change. Sometimes they don't, but some people do. I think they can. I've seen people change. I think this person has learned a lot. They have a lot of regrets over what they've done. But I think they really have lost your trust, and there's no hope for them coming back to you now. And I think, again, you found it hard to trust other people after this. This person really changed you when they did what they did to you. You really changed as a person. You became tougher, you became stronger, but you still had that vulnerability around you. You still didn't want to let in any new people. You will eventually, but that's what I'm seeing now. And it's because of what happened to you, what they did to you. The first card you have for your future is the Eight of Swords. So, yes, I'm seeing, yeah, I think this person's in a really difficult place. This ex. I keep on seeing them. I'm sorry, I keep on seeing them in your reading. I just do. Yeah, they put themselves into a position where What I'm seeing is when they moved on from you, there was someone else around them. Now, there might have even been some overlap between you and this other person. So maybe that was what was going on in the Seven of Swords. They might have been cheating. They might have been lying. They might have been doing that. They might have been with someone, whether with you, or they might have been just lining someone up or something like that. Because I'm seeing this as someone who doesn't want to be by themselves. They don't want to be alone. They like to be in a relationship all the time. And I think they've lost you. They know that. They've lost this other person as well. They know that too. And they're stuck in the middle. They have their blindfold on. They know they can't get out of this position that they're stuck in. Now, they would be able to get out of this position if they just walked off to be by themselves. But they don't want to be by themselves. They feel like they can't go anywhere with you. They can't go anywhere with this person, and they're stuck. That's how they're feeling at this time. Alone, stuck, not able to do anything. Now, I think they are able to do things, but they can't see that. They just can't see that at this time. That's why they're like this. They're having all these regrets, these feelings about you. Oh, I really regret this. Oh, I wish I hadn't done this. Oh, I wish this and that. That's what they're going through at this time. The next card you have for your future is the Nine of Swords. Yes, again, I don't need to say any more about this. They're thinking about this. Their thoughts are keeping them up at night as well. They're going to be... I'm starting to feel a bit sorry for them. Don't be angry, I am. Because I don't like it to see anyone like this. But I think it's going to take them a long time to get through this. There are blue panels on this quilt in this card, and every card in this, every sign in the zodiac is on this quilt panel. Every one. So that, to me, represents a full year. So I'm not saying it's going to take them a whole year to get over this, but it's going to take them a long time. It really is going to take them a long, long time. And as I was saying in the Eight of Swords, a big problem with this person is they just feel that they need to be with someone, anyone. And I think that's another reason why you'd never take them back, because you'd never be sure whether they want to be with you or whether they just want to be not by themselves. It's like, if you just don't want to be by yourself and that's why you're taking me back, well, you could be getting together with anyone. You're not interested in me, you just want to be not by yourself, doesn't matter who it is. Great, that's a great compliment, thank you so much. So you're not going to want them back for that reason, and they hurt you, you're not going to want them back anyway. But what they really need to do is be by themselves. That's the only way they're going to heal from this. They need to be by themselves. They need to think about what they want to do, who they are, really get some time out, really heal from everything, both from you and from this other person, and just get used to being by themselves, to sort themselves out. They might eventually do this, but at this point in time, they still can't see that. They still think that they need someone. That's the problem they have. And if they keep on jumping from person to person, they're never going to heal properly. That's what I'm seeing.